Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 397, A Day in the Life of a London Taxi Driver. Intermediate. It is 5:30 a.m. and the sun is just beginning to rise over London. James, a London taxi driver, wakes up to the sound of his alarm clock. He gets out of bed, stretches his arms and heads to the kitchen. A quick breakfast of toast and marmalade with a strong cup of tea wakes him up fully. He checks his phone for any bookings that might have come through during the night. James has been a taxi driver for over 10 years. He knows the streets of London like the back of his hand. His black cab, shiny and clean, is parked outside his small flat in Hackney. As he climbs in and begins his day, he reflects on how much he loves his job. The city is always changing, and every day brings something new. His first passenger is a tired-looking businessman who needs to get to Heathrow Airport. "Good morning," James says cheerfully as the man gets into the cab with the suitcase. "Airport, please," replies the man with a yawn. James nods and starts the engine, pulling out into the early morning traffic. As they drive, the businessman talks about his job. He complains about how often he has to travel for work, but admits he's lucky to have a job he enjoys. James listens politely, occasionally contributing to the conversation. It's part of his job to engage passengers if they wish to talk, and he has learned a lot from many of them over the years. After dropping the businessman off at the airport, James heads back into central London. A booking comes through on his app, so he drives to Camden to pick up a group of tourists. They are excited about their first visit to the British Museum. James shares a few tips on other attractions they might enjoy, like St Paul's Cathedral and the Tower of London. The tourists thank him and say they will consider his suggestions. They chat with him about their home country, Canada, and he tells them about growing up in East London. They laugh at his funny stories, and he enjoys their company. As he drops them off, they thank him again and promise to leave a good review. Lunchtime comes, and James decides to park his cab near a local fish and chip shop. He orders a portion with mushy peas, sits on a bench overlooking the Thames, and enjoys the brief respite. James loves watching the boats on the river and daydreaming about a leisurely cruise. Re-energized, James continues with his afternoon. The city is busier now. People are out shopping, having meetings and running errands. His next fare is an elderly lady who needs to visit her daughter in South London. She tells him stories about how the city has changed over her lifetime. James enjoys her perspective and learns about hidden gems in the city, places only long-time residents might know. The traffic slows at a major intersection due to roadworks. The lady is not in a rush, so James makes small talk to pass the time. She mentions fond memories of seeing the Queen on special occasions. James nods politely, interested to hear about such personal experiences. The afternoon fades and the sky begins to change colour. James picks up a few more passengers, including a young couple on their way to see a play in the West End. Traffic is heavy, but he gets them there on time with a skilled shortcut through back streets. They are grateful and invite him to see the play, but he declines, knowing he still has work to do. As evening sets in, James heads back towards Hackney, taking one last trip. He picks up a local artist who has just finished a gallery show. The artist is vibrant and full of stories about her creations. James listens intently, fascinated by her passion and creativity. They discuss art and life, sharing insights on inspiration and hard work. As James finally parks his cab for the night, he reflects on another day of conversations and connections. Every person he meets teaches him something new, and for that he is grateful. He takes a moment to appreciate the diverse tapestry that makes up London. With a satisfied sigh, he locks the taxi and heads upstairs to his flat. James relaxes on his sofa, a steaming cup of tea in hand. He looks forward to another day of navigating the roads and the stories of this ever-changing city. Vocabulary notes. Engage. Definition. To participate or become involved in. Example. It's part of his job to engage passengers if they wish to talk. Similar words. Interact. Connect. Involve. Reflect. Definition. To think deeply or carefully about something. Example. He reflects on how much he loves his job. Similar words. Contemplate. Ponder. Consider. Booking. Definition. A reservation or arrangement made to secure a service. Example. He checks his phone for any bookings that might have come through during the night. Similar words. Reservation. Appointment. Arrangement. Passenger. Definition. A person who is travelling in a vehicle but is not operating it. Example. His first passenger is a tired-looking businessman. Similar words. Traveller. Commuter. Rider. Conversation. Definition. A talk between two or more people in which they exchange news and ideas. Example. James listens politely, occasionally contributing to the conversation. Similar words. Dialogue. Discussion. Chat. Attraction. Definition. A place that draws visitors by offering something of interest or pleasure. Example. James shares a few tips on other attractions they might enjoy. Similar words. Landmark. Site. Point of interest. Respite. Definition. A short period of rest or relief from something difficult or unpleasant. Example. Enjoys a brief respite. Similar words. Break. Pause. Interval. Fade. Definition. To gradually disappear or become less distinct. Example. The afternoon fades and the sky begins to change colour. Similar words. Diminish. Wane. Recede. Navigate. Definition. To plan and direct the route of course of a vehicle. Example. He looks forward to another day of navigating the roads. Similar words. Steer. Pilot. Guide. Diverse. Definition. Showing a great deal of variety. Very different. Example. He takes a moment to appreciate the diverse tapestry that makes up London. Similar words. Varied. Assorted. Heterogeneous. Story written by ChatGPT 4o AI. Image created by DALLE 3 AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.